In Revenge of the Sith, Anakin finds himself waiting in the council chambers whilst Master Windu confronts the Chancellor. During this moment, we know that Anakin lost his mind and succumbed to his emotions. But what if, as he sat in the council chambers, Anakin spoke with Qui-Gon Jinn's Force Ghost? As Anakin sat in the council chambers, his mind was filled with turmoil. The weight of his emotions burdened him, threatening to consume him entirely. He had grown disillusioned with the Jedi Order, feeling restrained and misunderstood. He yearned for guidance, for someone who could help him find a way out of the darkness that tugged at his soul. In the midst of his inner turmoil, a faint shimmering figure materialized before him. It was Qui-Gon Jinn, his former master who had perished years ago. Anakin's heart skipped a beat as he recognized the gentle face and the wise eyes of his beloved mentor.
Master, how are you here?
Anakin.
Qui-Gon's voice echoed through the chamber, ethereal and soothing.
Remain calm, my young Padawan. I have come to offer you guidance in these troubled times.
Anakin's eyes widened in astonishment. He hadn't expected such an encounter, but he found solace in Qui-Gon's presence. He nodded, his trust in his former master still strong, despite the passage of time. Qui-Gon spoke with a sincere conviction, his voice carrying the weight of knowledge and experience.
Anakin, I sense the conflict within you. Your emotions are a powerful force, but they need not control you. I urge you to travel to an ancient plane long forgotten, for there you shall find the path to your destiny.
Anakin listened intensely. He had always respected Qui-Gon and knew that communicating with him in times like this must have been important. Without any hesitation, Anakin listened, forgetting the confrontation that was occurring in the Chancellor's office. This was his priority. Anakin followed the Force as it took him to the ethereal planet, closely guarded by the Force. He arrived at a secluded clearing where a group of ethereal beings known as Force Priestesses awaited him. The Force Priestesses were revered as the keepers of ancient knowledge, the custodians of the Force's wisdom. They were entities that existed beyond the boundaries of time and space, their purpose intertwined with the cosmic energy that permeated the universe. As Anakin approached them, a sense of tranquility and ancient wisdom emanated from their luminous forms.
Welcome, Anakin Skywalker.
Why am I here?
You are the chosen one by design and have been selected to bring balance to the Force. Yet your conviction and serenity are weakening. You are slowly becoming a product of evil.
Anakin stood silently as he didn't know how to respond. One of the Force Priestesses moved forward and touched Anakin's forehead, causing everything to go white as Anakin entered a trance. Flashes of his life appear before his eyes as he hears the echoing voices of the Force Priestesses around him.
Anakin Skywalker, you stand at the precipice of destiny. The Force has guided you to us, for you are in need of profound guidance and understanding. The Force, young one, is not merely a power to be harnessed or manipulated. It is a cosmic tapestry, woven with the energies of creation and life itself. To truly comprehend its essence, one must embrace the delicate balance that exists within. We have watched your journey, Anakin Skywalker. We have witnessed the passion that fuels your spirit, the love that courses through your veins. But young Jedi, these emotions must be tempered and channeled, for unchecked they can lead to the path of darkness. The path of the Jedi is not one of denial, but of harmony. Embrace your emotions, for they are a part of you. Feel the love and joy, the anger and sorrow, but do not let them rule you. Seek balance, for within it lies true strength. The Force does not discriminate between the Jedi and the Sith, between good and evil. It exists beyond such divisions. It is the choices you make, Anakin Skywalker, that shape your destiny and determine the role you play in the eternal struggle between light and darkness. There are no Jedi and Sith. There is only the Force. As you walk the path of the Force, let the wisdom of the Force Priestesses be your guiding light. Embrace love, compassion, and understanding. Seek balance, for it is the essence of the Force itself. Through your actions, bring harmony and healing to a galaxy in need.
Anakin was suddenly jolted back into reality, and the Force Priestesses were gone. With the wisdom of the Force Priestesses etched deep within him, Anakin Skywalker departed from the ancient planet, his heart and mind transformed. Back on Coruscant, the decisive duel between Mace Windu and Chancellor Palpatine reached its peak. In this story, we are going to follow the theory that Palpatine lost on purpose to Mace Windu, as he sensed Anakin arriving, so he wanted it to look like the Jedi were taking over. Because Anakin is not on Coruscant at this time, Palpatine does not forfeit the duel, and instead fights with all of his might. This leads to Palpatine killing Mace Windu in his office. All of a sudden, Palpatine realized his immense power. He had just killed arguably the most powerful Jedi in the Order. He was unstoppable. It was now that he realized that he didn't need Anakin to complete his plans, and so he executed Order 66 then and there, sending hundreds of thousands of clones to the Jedi Temple to eliminate the Order. As Anakin returns to the galaxy after his experience with the Guardians of the Force, he meets up with Yoda and Obi-Wan, who have just survived Order 66. They fill Anakin in on the chaos that is occurring in the galaxy and how they must act quickly if the Jedi Order is to survive. They agree the best plan of action is to return to Coruscant and face the Emperor together. He won't be strong enough to defeat all three of them at once. They reach the Chancellor's office. Anakin took a deep breath, grounding himself in the Force and channeling the teachings of the Force priestesses that had transformed his perspective and kindled a flicker of hope within him. The door slid open, revealing Palpatine seated behind his desk, a sinister smile playing upon his lips. They engage in a ferocious duel, with their altering colors shining a rainbow on the wall. The battle between Anakin, Obi-Wan, Yoda, and Palpatine raged on, lightsabers clashing amidst the crackling energy of the room. Their movements were a dance of skill and power, each combatant displaying their unique fighting style. But the three powerful Jedi were far too much for Palpatine, and he couldn't hold on any longer. The Jedi were able to disarm the Sith and force him to the ground defenseless. It was over, but in a final desperate move, Palpatine unleashes bolts of searing lightning from his fingertips. Obi-Wan and Yoda were engulfed in the searing heat from the lightning as Anakin stood resolute, his lightsaber blocking any incoming strikes. Palpatine didn't stop his lightning in hopes of it latching onto Anakin's skin. Anakin slowly reduced the distance between himself and Palpatine. He endured the onslaught of Palpatine's lightning, its intensity increasing with every passing second. The strain was visible on his face, but his grip on his lightsaber remained firm, the teachings of the Force priestesses ever present within his mind. Palpatine screamed as Anakin reached him. Raising his blade, he struck down the Sith Lord and ended his life. Yoda and Obi-Wan were released from the lightning, gasping for air. In the aftermath of their triumph over Palpatine, a new era of hope and rebuilding unfolded. Because Anakin had not been involved in the treacherous Order 66, the loss of Jedi lives were not as extensive. The surviving Jedi, guided by Obi-Wan and Yoda, rallied together to rebuild their shattered order. Anakin shared his experience with the Force priestesses, to which Yoda could relate as he once bore a mission from the Force priestesses as well. They vowed to learn from the mistakes of the past and forge a new path that embraced the wisdom of the Force priestesses. Anakin, as a symbol of redemption and transformation, took it upon himself to ensure that the teachings that he had received from the Force priestesses were woven into the new fabric of the new Jedi Code. He recognized the importance of embracing emotions without succumbing to the dark side, finding balance through understanding and compassion. As for Padme Amidala, she gave birth to twins and survived, much to Anakin's delight. Padme and the twins, Luke and Leia, were welcomed into the Jedi Order with open arms, recognizing the potential within them and understanding the importance of family ties. The Jedi Council chose to deviate from their traditional practices and allow Anakin to remain involved in their lives. The presence of the Skywalker family within the Jedi Order became a symbol of hope and unity. The lessons learned from the Force priestesses guided their actions and influenced the Order's teachings as a whole. And so, Anakin was finally at rest and happy with the life that he had earned. He was once again visited by Qui-Gon's Force ghost, He congratulated him on his bravery and wisdom. Qui-Gon had learned the path to immortality, a path that he would now instill into other Jedi Masters, like Anakin Skywalker. If you enjoyed today's video, you must watch What If Anakin Stayed in the Council Chambers, or What If Anakin Was Trained from Birth. Please check out our Discord page if you would like to be active within the community and discuss all things Star Wars. I hope you all enjoyed, and may the Force be with you.